Good morning. We are on the Nile River on a cruise boat called the TAMR, T-A-M-R. And today we got to sleep in. Our first adventure. It's actually breakfast, or brunch, really. 12:30. They did have an earlier breakfast, but I slept in. So did Dad.
No, I wasn't.
So now we are going to go to brunch, and then we're going to go to Cool Temple. After that, we're going to go to like a paper making shop where they show us how they made papyrus, as well as some cool hieroglyphics. We had actually turned in what we wanted our hieroglyphics to say. So what did you want your hieroglyphic thing to say?
Kent.
There you have it.
K-E-N-T.
Yep, and mine was Wolfpack. So that'll be kind of cool to see in hieroglyphics. Then we're gonna come back to the ship, grab some dinner, and then go to an after hours at Luxor Temple. So a full day, but it was really nice to get a late start.
I think that's the big night event, is that one.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right now, we're in denial.
Oh my goodness.
I'm the first one who's ever said that. No, I think the Luxor thing tonight is the big. This is all extremely cool. All of it. None of it sucks. It's like the Last Dance video series. Everything is cool and fascinating and amazing. I've just given up trying to take all these pictures. Steven's getting them all. I have hundreds of them, but there's so much more I could have. But Steven's a video man. He's got a lot of video. And
Yes.
But anywho, no, this is extremely cool. This is it. Any trip after this is going to seem like it sucks unless Steven takes me somewhere else.
Uh-oh, there it is.
So we may just have to let this, be the pinnacle of the whatever. But no, it's totally fascinating, absolutely amazing. And we're not even done. We got a lot of stuff to do still. So, having a good time. And I did a nice job packing. By myself. Thank you.
So speaking of cool stuff, we haven't really been giving these pins out every day, so let's let's catch up. All right, so today, I think yesterday was a while in the Nile. There you go. We then flew to Aswan with Abu Simbel. No, we flew from Aswan to Abu Simbel. Yep. So yesterday, there you go, Aswan, and then some, and then today is Temples and Treasures. So there you go. So looking forward to an enjoyable day, but it was so nice because we were actually able to get some rest.
It was really nice.
Finally. So it's,
everyone else is hungover from the party last night.
Not us.
Steven and I are watching the videos.
Yeah, it's so cool.
And Steven bust out and didn't stay up that long. I stayed up. I stayed up till like 3 or 4 a.m.
What?
Counting my $1 bills. So
it took that long.
But no, it was it's really nice to get a day to sleep in.
Yes.
This is absolutely wearing me out or making me stronger. I'm not sure. They look the same.
Yes, they do.
So having a good time.
Yeah, I went to bed at midnight, so that to me is way past my bedtime.
Cute. That's when I get up.
Yeah, it is.
I do. I work till 10 p.m. and take a few hour nap. Bing, get up at midnight. Sometime 2 a.m. I'll wake up and get a lot of things done. None of them are probably really important, but that's what I do. So
Today's going to be a fun-filled day.
Get some lunch.
Yep. Let's go.
an open-air museum, and it's a true information. 1/3 of the world's monument in Luxor on its own. 2/3 of the world's monuments is in Egypt. We own 2/3 of the world's heritage and monuments physically here. 1/3 of it, we will see almost half of that, and tomorrow the other half, as we will be covering today the east, tomorrow the west. By covering, I mean master scenes on walls of temples. Today, we are starting our tour at Karnak Temples, and it's not a temple, it's temples with an S for plural, because we will learn it is a complex of temples.
You need to get more video of me. Me? Get me.
Themselves are allowed in certain occasions to the open court and not further. So how would they maintain the funding? By saying only the ones, the rich people, can be coming on Obit Festival to have the privilege of witnessing where the deities are outside, as long as they are going to pile the offerings on the alabaster altar that we are about to pass by. So This was made for them to rest and to allow rich elites to come in with offerings, and so the benefit goes to the priests, and this is how they maintained the power, kept the power among them. They are in building bases of, and 5 on the other side with a little bit of the column itself existing. So 5 and 5, 10 pillars used to be out there all the way, where a sheet of linen cloth would cover it all. And so it's a booth known as Taharka booth or Taharka kiosk. Taharka is the name of a Nubian Kushite ruler of Egypt in the 22nd dynasty. So they ruled Egypt in the 22nd dynasty, and the dynasty started to incline. So it means that this has to be in a little bit of a shade, because it is the offerings for the deities, while it needs the power enough to empower it to be offered to deities. That's why they chose alabaster. Because alabaster absorbs the sun rays all the way through it. It's translucent, which means it is power bank, absorbs the energy. And it is enough to release its energy in a little shade to the offerings that are exhibited, so they can be sufficient to be offered to the deities. And we're walking. We are in the Hypostyle hall. What's a Hypostyle hall? It's a hall where columns are. Why? Okay. You might be able to answer that. In the matter of fact, looking at each column, the ones in the middle are tall ones, and they have open papyrus on the top, while the ones on the side are a bit shorter and have closed papyrus on the top. What makes that happen? What would grow taller? Trees and plants would grow taller and open up in the sun, and would be a bit shorter in the shade and still closed. So we are in a field of papyrus. Seti the first, father of Ramses II, was the one that started the construction of 61 small columns and 12 taller ones. The 61 shorter closed ones were roofed, and the 12 that are sticking very up high are the ones that were roofless. And he died before he continued. His son and successor Ramses II continued what he started and finished with the entire other side all along. Here is his curtain. That one. It reads, Oser. Do you remember that little creature on the stick that would be the sign of the evil being controlled? It was used as the word control. Oser. Ma, do you remember the goddess of justice with the feather on her head? And she is in a squat position, and this is her knee and Ankh life sign on it. So Usar Ma, controlled by the justice, Ra, the sun, S-U-N. Sitr, a tool that was used in order to force open the mouth of the deceased on the 40th day of the mummification to enable the soul to get out. And so it is a sign of support. Sitr, in is a proposition that means by. Ra, the sun. Sitr, in, Ra, supported by the sun. So, controlled by the justice of the sun, supported by the sun, is one of the titles of King Ramses II. writing that allows us to read lots of the hieroglyphic inscriptions. So quickly, I will just point out some of the letters. For example, M, the owl, mine, M for Mike, for Marwa, and R, the lips, R for Roberta, Roger, and S for Susan. It's a horizontal or a vertical one. This is the horizontal. And E, feather, letter E, and B, a leg that has a foot, that is B for book, and a chickling, ooh, in sound, and N that stands for Nile, the zigzag shape, and F and V. Here is a caterpillar, a J, cobra for John, Jeff, and a K, basket, with a knob on the side. That is for Chris.
So what'd you get?
I don't know. Yeah, a couple papyrus pieces. Another Ramses II. I am aware that this is a little bit unique. It's somewhat expensive. And this, I think, just looks cool. And this is Isis from Saturday Morning Cartoons, but she looks chipper.
Very nice, man.
That's it, just those two.
Very cool.
Cheaper than my carpets. So, not much though, but yeah.
All right, what you got, Dad?
I don't know.
Very cool.
K-E-N-T. Oh, it's great like it is.
Oh, wow, very nice.
To me.
Very nice.
But we're supposed to fill it in.
If you want to. Very cool. Very cool.
So I got one as well. Wolfpack. Let's see how it looks.
Oh, that's cool. And there you have it.
Wow.
This is Wolfpack. W-O-L-F-P-A-C-K. Wolfpack. Very cool.
Now I'm gonna paint my cartouche that says Wolfpack. So we've got gold,
Gold, gold, gold, or gold.
and there you have it. Wolfpack in a cartouche here in Egypt.
And I haven't found it yet. The question is about if the ancient Egyptian knew dates. Was it just in the temple and the priests kept it, or did an ordinary man know the date of the day at all times? I am not sure, and I am actually sure that they used to have festivals and announcements in order to tell people things related to the calendar, like they did in the temple of Abu Simbel, announced that it's time for irrigation, it's time for harvesting, and accordingly, it means that announcements were added to the community. And the society that might had not been able to determine the dates of the day of the daily days on daily basis, and I'm not sure.
On this Sphinx Avenue of 1,300 Sphinx on either sides all along, constructed by 6 different kings, including a queen, Hatshepsut. An amazing construction that connects the two temples and relate them in a festival, a ceremonial one that took place by the time of Amenhotep II, the one that started the construction of the Luxor Temple halfway in the 1400 BC. And then Ramses II came along and continued 200 years later. I earlier explained that whenever you look and you want to tell, you look for A, B, C. Where is the king? Where is the deity? What's going on, the action? And so how do I know that this is a king? Because he wears crown of Upper and Lower Egypt, or the other crowns, they are altogether 24. So one of them, the most famous, is Upper and Lower Egypt, the double crown, like this one. And then where is the deity? Here he is. How do I know? He has a false beard that is curled up, and he is wearing the 2 feathers. He is Amun-Ra. Those are the 2 feathers of Amun-Ra. Amun-Ra is in front of the king, and what's going on? Is the deity giving a blessing, or the king is making an offering? The offering is by the king, in his hand, a burning incense. So that's the key of reading all. You might feel that this place is very special. I do feel that. I actually understand through history that when the sand was covering as usual and burying the temple, as high as where that line is, Arabs came to Egypt, and in the 10th century AD, they constructed a mosque, knowing and seeing that this is the temple where the pylons and the particles are of the columns. And they decided to have a mosque here. The window is actually the door, and the little ones are windows. A mosque, why would an Islamic mosque be right here? I think it's the place. The place attracts and accepts. This place is amazing. This place, as usual, we look and we can see all the way till the end. But we are not by the entrance, we are in the open court. So behind us, here on the other side, is supposed to be the entrance. But it's not, because these 3 bark stations were actually built by Hatshepsut, the queen, earlier than Ramses II. She, 18th dynasty. He, 19th dynasty. So King Ramses II said, I have to embrace it, and I will recline a little bit with the entrance for the sake of the stations. Elephants, giraffes came along here, unfortunately. And so, with the heavy weight and all that happened, it was very much cranky for the colonies. They decided, you know what, we anyways know that the underground water, since the Nile is parallel to us, is influencing much. So let's, by the way, rearrange the columns, make restoration, and dry the underground water, take care of it. While doing this, while this is not the original floor, they were digging around, and right there by the corner, they discovered a statue. They restored it, and they exhibited behind there, belonging to maybe Tutankhamun, the one we passed by. Why is it Tutankhamun, and why do I say maybe? Because we never found the cartouche. It's very much in a bad condition, as you've seen. In the matter of fact, it's very hard to dig and find good things here because of the underground water. But guess what? After we found the first statue, we dug more, we found older. We took care of it. We have it today in Luxor Museum, and we dug more and we found older. Took care of it. It's now in Luxor Museum. We went down 9 layers of older eras until we reached the maximum that we can dig for. And so we stopped, but they are still down there. Older and older and older and older. There's something about the place that attracted many earlier, older eras to have been buried in it as statues. We don't know why. And we don't still know why did they choose this to become a temple where the God himself come and resurrect. I would like you to come and see where your taxes have been paid. It reads here Chicago again, the university. This time you did all the vestibule with the colors that are on the voucher and the offerings. and up there the priests that are reddish and carrying the solar boat or the bark that is carrying the deities, and up here more blue color and lovely colors on the side with the deities and the coloring of red and blue and yellow all over. The taxes paid very well.
I remember it well. Remember it well.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What do you think, Dad?
It's overwhelmingly amazing. It's just too much. It's too much. You don't know what to take a picture of. You don't know what to look at. You don't know what to hear about. You don't know what to look up. It is just so much. So when we get back home, I won't be saying, man, this is boring. There's nothing to do. They 11 kids would say. About 60-year-old men. That silver center, whatever vitamin thing, sucks. Not doing it.
Well, we made it. What a super exciting day. Got to visit some really cool temples, as you saw. A lot of fun. It was really helpful when our Egyptologists would just walk around explaining everything. So I guess the favorite part of my day, well, kind of got two. One was being beside those really big tall columns, both at Karnak as well as Luxor.
That's a biggie.
Yeah, it's incredible. It really is. I guess the second thing was we went over to see some hieroglyphs, and our Egyptologist was answering a bunch of our questions and just pointing out all of the different letters of the alphabet. So I thought it was cool that the letter J was a cobra. So I'm sure James would think that would be really cool. J as a snake, a cobra. So really nice time today. Definitely packed full of adventure in the afternoon. It was nice to get a slow start to the morning. Nice to sleep in a little bit. And it was definitely a lot of fun.
What was the favorite part of your day?
I am absolutely dying. Oh man, it was awesome. There is just so much. It cannot be quantified. There's so much to see, so much to take pictures of, so much to hear about, so much stuff to experience. One mind is just not going to do it all. But I am almost dead, and I'm still here on my feet. Not by much. But best part is, I think, hanging around Stephen, because Stephen takes good care of me. And he bought me some cool souvenirs, too, at the Papyrus place, and where else? Everywhere. Yeah, just about everywhere. The big Sphinx, and I can't even remember. It's a bunch of things. And it's really cool. Apparently, I stumped the Egyptologist, he has not gotten back with me, about how do the regular rank and file people know what the date is, because where it's tracked is in an area off limits to regular people. So I guess we'll see. It is fantastic. It is absolutely fantastic. Everyone is so nice to me. It's clear I am in over my head. But everyone's being really nice to me. And I'm trying not to hinder anybody. This is a one-time deal. So, but it is amazing. It's just amazing. So one of the funnest things ever in my whole life. It's just overwhelming. Steve should have... Man, Steve, you might have like 20 hours worth of video or something. I don't know, and I'm going to watch every minute of it. So, the people are really nice. Some old ladies, I think, are hitting on me. They need to back off. Steve will take care of them for me.
I will.
They're very nice people. And I don't know anything else. It is indescribably overwhelming. So there's nothing else Egypt has that I need to see. I've seen it all, and we're not done. It's mind-blowing. So any other vacation besides this, it's probably going to be second place. I cannot imagine anything more comprehensive, nor do I want anything more comprehensive. So I'm glad Steve's being patient with me here, and I'm making it. Haven't had to be carried out. Haven't had to terminate anything early, as far as I know. And having a good time. I am not hungry in the least, but I have still eaten. And it was freezing cold at night. I had to wear my coat for the first time, so hope I'm not dying here of shock or something. It's a rough tour. Man, it is just so much. So it is extremely overwhelming in a good sense. I've never seen so much stuff. So having a great time, one of the funnest times of my whole life. So I hope my cats are okay too. So that's it. Having a great time. Super duper. Could not be cooler. Could not be more awesome. Steven has footage of this, I think. The history lady thanked me for the city of Chicago. I live in Hammond, Indiana. The history lady thanked me for Chicago doing all this stuff and donating to help Egyptian culture. So, I do hope she understands it's a one-time thing. We can't do it all the time. If we did that, we'd have to do it for everybody. Right. But I was thanked by name, even though I don't live there. But I'm close. I was thanked on behalf of the city of Chicago for cultural contributions from America, specifically Chicago. And I just think everyone should know that. So, a little more than a regular guy. And I guess I'm kind of a big deal here, along with my horns. Everybody loved my horns. I would wear them again. I do not believe I have had less than 1,000 different comments about my horn. It doesn't stop. As I said, so sick of saying, I am so sick of saying thank you. Oh, love the horns, my man. What is it? Ooh, love it. It's pretty cool. So apparently this is not a common event, so somebody's going to remember me in my own free way. So there we go. So I think it's funny.
What I found was cool. Marwa also mentioned that the Luxor Temple was built from the inside out. So it's interesting because God calls our body a temple, and we should work on from the inside out as well. So I thought that was also really cool.
I'm very glad to have it good in any order. I don't care what the order is, but yeah, I would love to have that.
There you have it.
Thank you. It's awesome. Love it. Stephen is very, very generous. Almost as generous as me, but very, very generous. And I am very, very grateful. So I feel good to get back home to my chair. And my challenge of the day is get a trash can out to the alley. Can I make it? Then I think I can. So you've given me inspiration to go on. And even go to the store if they may. So having a great time.
So there you have it. Another fun day here in Egypt. Good night.
Good night.